Hey there, people of Earth. Thanks for coming to see my video. I've been trying to get this video out for a long time now. I just haven't really had the facts or really the inspiration. I needed that one last push to really feel confident enough to make this video. And what did it for me was I was watching or rewatching a speech by Gary Yourofsky. And if you don't know who that is, he's a leading activist in the animal rights movement. So if you haven't looked him up, check him out. Before I get into this, I want to say I grew up Catholic Christian. I've had my communion, baptism, confirmation, the works. I don't really follow it per se anymore. I don't really go to church all the time anymore, but it is definitely there because there's some good, and I think most religions. There's something to find everywhere. So don't just mock it and be like, that religion, it's a bunch of BS. You have the right to say that, but be more open-minded, kind of. You don't know really what you don't know. It could be anything. So, Gary Yourofsky said that he believes in God, and he knows God through just going outside and experiencing it for himself. You go to say you go see a cow or a horse or some big giant animal, and if you ever hugged a big animal like that, it's unreal. You just feel the life force in this animal. You're like, wow. God really knows how to make them, you know? I mean, look at the giraffe, for example. Giraffe with its giant 20-foot neck, right? It's perfect for reaching the food that it needs. You can call this evolution, or you can call it divine intervention, but why do they have to be different? Why couldn't they be made so perfect that evolution just took its course? God could just have made that, you know? So, these amazing works of God, organized religion doesn't like to really love God's work, per se. What do they say? They say they were made for us. To kill, to rape, to murder, enslave, and just exploit all animals on earth. What loving God would want that? For his creatures that he made so perfectly, put so much time into them, so much effort and love, to just have humans kill them and all those other things. Another thing he said was everything else that he made, the air is polluted, the rivers that he made polluted thanks to livestock contaminating them. There's a section in the Gulf of Mexico that no sea life can live because it is so damn polluted that no life can be there. So in this sense that God made everything, I feel like harming these animals is like harming myself. Harming these animals or myself or others is like harming God. Now, whether God exists as a singular being or as a being that exists in all of us, in his image, and is everything that ever was or will be, we all share that we need to believe in something more. We want to believe in something more. Unless you're atheist. Now, here's the good part. Atheism still aligns with what I'm trying to say here, what I'm trying to get past. Now, the Catholic religion believes that after death, you will bask in God's glory and stand by his side for all time. And now let's go to the atheists. Atheism believes that when death comes, that's it. There is nothing more after death. And I agree with this to an extent. Pantheism, a word you probably haven't heard, or religion you haven't really heard before. Pantheism believes that you, me, my dog's here, my dogs, the cat down the street, this phone, everything in the universe is the divine. Now, pantheism also believes that when you die, your body, your vessel, is detached from you. Like, it's gone. You are gone from the body vessel. But really, if you are buried, not burned, not in a coffin, which will take so long to decompose because it's like lacquered wood, and that sumbitch is going nowhere. So, if you buried openly, your body will feed the soil. The worms will eat at your body and nourish the ground that you were buried on. On that ground could grow flowers, bushes, or a tree. That tree could bear fruit. And that fruit could be picked by another human being. Human being eats the fruit. You are now a part of them, giving your energy to them personally. You are together, you are everything. Or if an animal eats that fruit or that grass or those flowers cross-pollinate with another one. So many possibilities for what your body could do after death. You see where I'm going with this? Atheists also believe that when we die, our body lives on to nurture the earth as well. Now, what your mind does after death in this belief is that when you die, you will wake up, in a sense. You will be pure consciousness. We will see all of that life coming from your body. We will see that tree come to bear fruit, die off, make another tree, make another meadow, the terraforming of the earth, the changing of the planets, the ending of the sun, new life on new planets. Everything that the universe will make will come to fruition. For when we die, we will know what it's like to be God in everything. No anxiety. No need to prove your self-worth. No depression. Just consciousness. Now, this also stems in Buddhism, in a way. Reincarnation. Coming back as another living being in that life and having that experience. You will have that experience. You'll have every experience that ever is and ever was and ever will be. And we are all of that. Right now. We are these beings, this ultimate consciousness, having the human experience right now. And when you really open yourself up to that, it's really a profound thing. Now, I believe this self to be no different than God himself. When you pray, I believe that you are talking to the self within all of us, the deep down whatever there is, as Alan Watts says. When you strip off your ego, and the ego is what you perceive others to perceive of you, what you think others think of you. When you get past all of that, when you get past what everybody else thinks, what you think of yourself, when you see all that doesn't matter, you strip all that out, you get the soul. The soul within everything. The soul is what lives on. The soul is what you pray to. The soul is what you hear when you meditate to. There are many names for these feelings that we have of the universe. This is just an idea. Hopefully you like it. And if you do, leave me a thumbs up, If you learned something, leave a comment. And if you have any questions, I'll try to answer them. I'm not really a priest in the pantheist movement. I just like to read about it, do some research on it, and do some personal research about myself about it. And I hope you guys like the video. Be kind to each other, whether they have hands, hooves, paws, feathers, fur, skin. I love you all. Love be with you all. Peace. Catch you on the flip.